In the annals of human history, few endeavors remain as shrouded in secrecy, yet as profoundly impactful as the Manhattan Project. It was a clandestine undertaking, born from the crucible of global conflict, destined to reshape the very fabric of international relations. Its singular mission was to harness the most destructive force known to humankind, the atomic bomb. This monumental effort would forever redefine the concept of power, demonstrating both the terrifying potential and the extraordinary capability of human ingenuity. The project's success ushered in an era where the fate of nations could be decided by a single weapon. It forced humanity to confront the ultimate consequences of scientific advancement. The genesis of the Manhattan Project lies in the escalating global tensions of the late 1930s. Nazi Germany's aggressive expansion across Europe cast a long, dark shadow over the world. Amidst this turmoil, disturbing whispers began to circulate within the scientific community. There were credible fears that Nazi Germany was actively pursuing the development of an atomic weapon. This terrifying prospect prompted a group of concerned scientists to act. They understood the catastrophic implications if such a weapon fell into the wrong hands. In August 1939, a letter penned by Leo Szilard and signed by Albert Einstein reached President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Einstein, a towering figure in physics, lent his immense credibility to the urgent warning. The letter highlighted the potential for unimaginable destruction from nuclear fission. It underscored the possibility of creating bombs of unprecedented power. Einstein implored America to initiate its own research into this nascent technology. He stressed the critical need to act before it was too late, before an adversary could gain such a decisive advantage. Thus, in the utmost secrecy, the project was initiated. It was given the deliberately unassuming name, the Manhattan Engineer District, a title designed to obscure its true purpose. So profound was the secrecy that even Vice President Harry S. Truman remained entirely unaware of its existence. The fate of the world was being decided behind an impenetrable veil. The United States embarked on an unprecedented mobilization of scientific talent. It gathered an extraordinary assembly of brilliant minds from across the globe. Physicists, chemists, and engineers, many of them refugees from war-torn Europe, were sworn to absolute secrecy. Their collective genius was focused on a single daunting objective. At the helm of this intellectual armada was J. Robert Oppenheimer. He was a theoretical physicist, described by many as a brilliant yet deeply conflicted scientist. Oppenheimer possessed the rare combination of intellectual prowess and organizational skill required to lead such a complex undertaking. He was tasked with transforming abstract theories into a tangible weapon. The project's immense scope necessitated the establishment of 3 primary, highly secretive sites across the nation. Each played a critical, specialized role in the bomb's development. Los Alamos, New Mexico became the intellectual heart of the project. It was a remote, secret laboratory where the bomb's design and assembly took place. Oak Ridge, Tennessee was dedicated to the monumental task of uranium enrichment. This process was essential for producing the fissile material needed for the atomic reaction. Hanford, Washington, focused on the production of plutonium. This synthetic element offered an alternative pathway to nuclear fission and was equally vital. Tens of thousands of workers were employed across these vast complexes. They toiled tirelessly, often unaware of the ultimate, terrifying goal of their labor. Many were driven by a profound sense of patriotism and a fervent belief in ending World War II. They contributed to a secret that would change the world forever. The sheer scale of the operation was staggering, a testament to American industrial and scientific might. It was a race against time, fueled by fear and an unwavering determination. After years of relentless effort, theoretical breakthroughs, and engineering marvels, the first atomic bomb was finally ready for testing. The moment of truth had arrived. The chosen location was a desolate stretch of the New Mexico desert, codenamed Jornada del Muerto. This remote site was deemed suitable for containing the unprecedented explosion. In the pre-dawn hours of July 16, 1945, the world witnessed an event unlike any before. A blinding flash of light illuminated the desert, momentarily turning night into day. This was followed by an immense fireball expanding rapidly and consuming everything in its path. A colossal mushroom cloud then ascended thousands of feet into the atmosphere. The Trinity test was a terrifying success, confirming the destructive power of the atomic bomb. It marked the definitive dawn of the atomic age. The implications were immediately clear to those who witnessed it. Humanity had unlocked a force capable of unimaginable devastation. Oppenheimer, observing the explosion, famously recalled a verse from the Bhagavad Gita. He quoted, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." His words captured the profound and unsettling realization of what they had unleashed. The scientific triumph was inextricably linked with a moral reckoning. The success of Trinity presented President Truman with a stark choice. The weapon was real, and its use was now a terrifying possibility. The world would never be the same. The power to end wars, and perhaps civilization itself, now rested in human hands. Despite the overwhelming Allied advances, Japan remained steadfast in its refusal to surrender unconditionally. The war in the Pacific continued to rage with brutal intensity. President Truman, faced with the prospect of a prolonged and costly invasion of the Japanese mainland, made the agonizing decision to deploy the new weapon. He believed it would save countless lives on both sides. On August 6, 1945, the B-29 bomber Enola Gay dropped an atomic bomb, codenamed Little Boy, on the city of Hiroshima. The world was forever altered in an instant. The immediate casualties were catastrophic, with an estimated 70,000 people killed instantly. The city was obliterated, reduced to rubble and ash. 3 days later, with Japan still refusing to capitulate, a second atomic bomb, Fat Man, was dropped on Nagasaki. The devastation was equally horrific. The combined shock of these two unprecedented attacks, coupled with the Soviet Union's declaration of war, finally broke Japan's resolve. On August 15, 1945, Japan announced its unconditional surrender. The atomic bombings effectively brought about the end of World War II. The most destructive conflict in human history concluded with a terrifying display of power. However, the victory was profoundly overshadowed by the horrifying reality of nuclear destruction. The world grappled with the moral implications of such a weapon. The bombings left an indelible scar on humanity's conscience. They forced a reevaluation of warfare, ethics, and the very nature of progress. With the war concluded, the secrets of the Manhattan Project could no longer be contained. The world was finally informed of the monumental scientific achievement and its devastating consequences. The revelation plunged the globe into a new and terrifying era, the Cold War. This ideological conflict was defined by the constant, existential threat of nuclear annihilation. A frantic and dangerous race for nuclear dominance immediately began. Nations scrambled to develop their own atomic weapons, creating a precarious balance of terror. The scientists who had built the bomb were left to grapple with the profound moral implications of their creation. Many were deeply troubled by the power they had unleashed. J. Robert Oppenheimer, the scientific director, became a vocal advocate for international control of nuclear weapons. He warned passionately about the dangers of an unchecked arms race. His later years were marked by a struggle to reconcile his scientific achievements with their devastating impact. He became a poignant symbol of the scientist's moral dilemma. The enduring legacy of the Manhattan Project is a complex and challenging one. It forces humanity to continually confront the question of progress versus the potential for destruction. It stands as a stark reminder of the immense power of human intellect, capable of both extraordinary creation and unimaginable devastation. The shadow of the atomic bomb continues to shape our world. The Manhattan Project didn't just end a war, it began a new era. An era where humanity learned how to destroy itself in the name of peace. So as we look back at the brilliance and the burden of those who built the bomb, one question remains: was it worth it? Thank you for watching Chronicles of Times, where history meets mystery, and every story changes the world. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to get our latest videos first. Thank you for your support.